Welcome to Han Invest TV, where we analyze the complex financial trends that shape your wallet and define the future economy. Today, we are exposing a silent predator lurking in your checkout cart, a service promising freedom but often delivering financial bondage. These services are known as buy now, pay later, and they have rapidly transformed from a convenient option into a necessity. The numbers are absolutely staggering, showing a massive explosion that has taken the global financial world by complete and total surprise. This niche market was worth just $2 billion in 2019, but it is projected to reach $127 billion. That is an astronomical growth rate in just 7 years, signaling a fundamental shift in how consumers view debt and spending. But why is this happening so fast? The answer lies deep within the psychology of how our human brains process payments. Psychologists call this phenomenon the pain of paying, a negative feeling that usually stops us from spending too much money. When you pay with cash, you physically feel the loss of resources, which triggers a warning signal in your mind. Credit cards reduce this pain slightly, but these new services have effectively anesthetized the consumer against feeling any financial pain whatsoever. By splitting a large payment into 4 smaller chunks, your brain no longer registers the full price of the item. A $200 purchase suddenly feels like a $50 expense, tricking your mind into thinking it is very affordable. This psychological trickery leads consumers to upgrade their lifestyle artificially, buying things they would never purchase if paying the full amount. The basket size increases significantly because the friction of payment has been completely removed from the online shopping transaction process. However, this convenience comes at a steep cost, one that is not immediately visible until the bills start to arrive. Initially, these services were used for luxury items like electronics or fashion, things that people wanted but did not need. But now, we are seeing a terrifying shift where people are using debt to pay for basic daily survival necessities. It has spread to food delivery platforms, allowing you to pay for a simple dinner in 4 installments over 6 weeks. Imagine still paying for a burger you ate last month. This is the reality for millions of struggling consumers today. This is no longer about lifestyle upgrades. It is a clear sign of financial distress and an economy under pressure. With inflation rising, families are turning to these apps just to keep food on the table, creating a dangerous cycle. This reliance on short-term debt for consumables is a ticking time bomb for the personal finances of the younger generation. Many users do not even realize they are trapped until they are deep inside what experts call the debt spiral. Let us break down the 7-step process that leads a normal consumer into a state of absolute financial ruin. Step 1 is the rationalization. You make a small purchase, thinking it is smart to keep your cash for other things. Step 2 is the accumulation. Since the first payment was so easy, you add a few more subscriptions to your list. Suddenly, you have 5 or 6 different payments due on different dates, making it hard to track your total outflow. Step 3 is the first missed payment. An unexpected bill comes up, and you lack the funds for one installment. Step 4 is the penalty phase. Late fees are added, and suddenly, the interest-free loan becomes very expensive for you. This leads to Step 5, which is denial. You ignore the notifications, hoping the problem will somehow resolve itself miraculously. Step 6 is the pressure cooker. Collections agencies might get involved, and your credit score starts to take a serious hit. Finally, Step 7 is the cycle. You take out a new loan just to pay off the old ones. You are now borrowing money not to buy things, but simply to service the debt you have already accumulated previously. This is the trap that millions of young consumers have fallen into, often without fully understanding the terms of service. But here is the most important question. If the service is free for users who pay on time, how do they make money? The answer is simple and terrifying. You are not the customer in this business model. You are actually the product. These companies sell access to your wallet to retailers. Merchants pay huge fees to offer these payment options to you. While credit cards charge merchants around 2%, these services charge retailers up to 6 or 8% per transaction. Why would retailers agree to pay such high fees? Because they know it increases their sales volume by huge margins. Data shows that when this option is available, customers spend 20 to 30% more than they originally planned to. They are also harvesting your data, learning exactly what triggers you to spend, and selling that insight to advertisers. Every purchase builds a profile that helps them target you more effectively, making it harder for you to resist spending. It is a sophisticated ecosystem designed to extract maximum value from your labor while keeping you feeling gratified and happy. This is wealth extraction at its finest, moving money from the working class to the balance sheets of tech giants. So, what can we do to protect ourselves from this carefully engineered financial trap that surrounds us every single day? The first step is awareness. Recognize that splitting a payment does not make the item any cheaper in reality. Always look at the full price tag. Ask yourself if you would buy it today if the cash left immediately. Remove the friction yourself. Delete these apps from your phone so you are not tempted to use them impulsively. Return to the basics of saving. If you cannot afford to buy it twice, you cannot afford to buy it once. Financial freedom comes from control, not from the ability to delay payment for a pair of sneakers or dinner. Breaking the cycle requires discipline, but it is the only way to build true wealth in this debt-fueled economy. Your future self will thank you for the sacrifices you make today to avoid the trap of easy consumer debt. The market will continue to evolve and new traps will appear, but the principles of sound money remain the same. At Han Invest TV, our mission is to arm you with the knowledge you need to navigate these dangerous waters. Thank you for watching Han Invest TV. Subscribe now for more financial wisdom and stay safe in this complex economic world. Remember that true power belongs to those who control their own money, not those who owe it to someone else. Do not let these companies steal your future time by forcing you to work for purchases you made in the past. Educate yourself, read the fine print, and always question why a company is offering you free money to spend. The wealthy use debt to buy assets that pay them, while the poor use debt to buy liabilities that drain them. Patience is a virtue that has been lost in our instant gratification society, but it is the key to success. Disconnect from the noise, ignore the flash sales, and focus on your long-term goals and personal financial stability. Experts predict that regulation is coming for this industry, but it may be too late for those already in debt. Governments are starting to scrutinize these practices, realizing the systemic risk they pose to the economy and individual consumers. Some economists fear this is creating a subprime credit bubble, similar to the crash we saw in 2008. If unemployment rises, millions of these microloans could default simultaneously, causing a ripple effect throughout the entire financial system. You can choose to be a victim of this system, or you can choose to master it and win. Keep your money in your pocket. Let it grow for you, instead of giving it away to fintech billionaires. The best things in life are often free, or at least they do not require 4 easy payments of interest. We must also teach the next generation about these traps so they do not repeat the mistakes of the present. Financial literacy is the most important skill that is not taught in schools, leaving people vulnerable to corporate predation. Take responsibility for your own education. Read, listen, and learn how money truly works in the modern digital age. It takes courage to live within your means when everyone around you is faking a lifestyle they cannot afford. Do not be fooled by the highlight reels of others. Behind the luxury photos often lies a mountain of hidden debt. Authenticity and financial health are far more attractive than a rented lifestyle that could collapse at any given moment. Set your moral and financial compass. Decide what you value and spend your money only on those specific things. The climb out of debt is steep and difficult, but the view from the top is worth every single step. There is always hope. No matter how deep in the hole you are, you can turn your situation around today. Seek help if you need it. There are nonprofit organizations dedicated to helping people restructure their debt and survive. You are not alone in this struggle. Millions are fighting the same battle against the psychology of modern consumerism. Train your brain to recognize the triggers. When you feel the urge to impulse buy, pause and wait 24 hours. That cooling off period is often enough to break the spell and save you from making a purchase you regret. Watch your savings grow. The dopamine hit from seeing your bank account rise is better than any shopping spree. Let compound interest work for you, not against you. This is the secret that banks do not want you to know. Invest in the companies that own the world, rather than giving your money to them for temporary, depreciating goods. The economy is a game. Once you understand the rules, you can stop being a pawn and become a player. We hope this video has opened your eyes to the hidden mechanics of the buy now, pay later industry. From the psychological traps to the debt spiral, being aware is your best defense against these financial predators. If you found value in this video, please share it with a friend who needs to hear this message today. Your support helps us continue to produce independent financial journalism that serves you, the people, and not the corporations. This is Han Invest TV. Thank you for watching. Stay disciplined with your money, and we will see you next time.